There are three things people ask for in their dream home. One is a large game room with a lot of natural light coming in, a media room off that game room, which you see here in the back, and then open to the second story in the living room. This one has all three. Check this one out. Hey everyone, Raj Sahu here, realtor in Austin, Texas, back with another model home walkthrough. Today we're going through the Kaufman plan with CoventryHomes. This plan is over 4,100 square feet. It's got 4 bedrooms, a study, dining room, media room, and 4.5 bathrooms. And it did have a 2-car garage that is accessed through the side of the home, and then there's another 1-car garage, which we will take a look at. But first, I wanted to just enter the home, and as you see, it opens to the second story in a few different areas, once in the foyer, once in the stairwell, and then again in this living room. It's one of my favorite plans by Coventry just because of how much natural light is coming in, how open this home feels, and I think this model home depicts what's possible with Coventry really, really well. And I think some of the touches here we will highlight. I love that fireplace all the way up to the ceiling, and some of the tile work that's done there. Now we will come back to this area, but first I wanted to go back to the front of the home just to take a look at the study that's at the front of the home and how well it opens up, and then we will work our way back and then eventually get upstairs. But I love some of the design work that's in here. For example, with this study, love the light fixture, and I love when the back wall has that different color. It's like an accent wall. I've done that actually before in a study, and then I love this pitched roof. It feels very open, and if you're somebody who works from home, I think this is such a great study. And there's usually an option to put in double doors or French doors in there, but you know, that's something that usually they don't do on model homes because they want to keep the space open. In this area, this is actually where you'd access your garage. You'd access your garage on the right side, and then that opening, as I stated before, would be closed off. So I'm going to go through that opening just to give you an idea of what it looks like if you were to enter in through your garage. You would come in through this way, you'd have that beautiful dining area, and then again it opens up in the foyer, which I've already gone up to, and then opens up again in the stairwell. So there's basically 2 platforms where you can look down into the first story. And again, we will get upstairs, but a lot to show in this plan, as you can tell. I think this dining room area is great. Usually a round table here is a little bit unusual. I think you could definitely fit a long table and do like a 6-seater, but for some reason they decided to go with that 5-seater round table, which aesthetically looks nice. Usually you find that round table more often in the breakfast nook area. Here they have the breakfast nook area with the 6-seater. So sometimes people just do whatever they want in the model homes because they look so nice. They can usually get away with it. But either way, really good touches. And you do have separate access from the kitchen into that dining area. A lot of natural light coming in here. Sometimes the video doesn't capture it perfectly, but it just feels so open. I love some of the different touches, like they match the accent wall in the study to what you just saw there on either side of that fireplace tile work going all the way up. And between the kitchen and dining room, we have a Butlers Pantry, more of like a bar top area there where it looks like you have room to fit in a wine fridge or something like that. Really good touches. And again, this is that separate access to the dining room. Love those windows in the back too. The tall transom windows, I think, are what's bringing in so much of the natural light that I experienced when walking through this plan. And then this kitchen is just endless, as you can tell. I love the gourmet kitchen option and how they extended the cabinetry within the pantry. Really good touch, and still a pretty good amount of room for this amount of square footage in the pantry. Those cabinets actually do cut into the shelves, so those shelves usually would wrap around. So perhaps there's a bit of a trade-off there, but definitely something to explore. I love how this backsplash goes vertical all the way up to the ceiling along that designer vent hood. When you're on the opposite end of the island, it's actually one of the first things that you look at, and then your eyes go upward. And anytime your eyes go up, that's always great for resale and great for the aesthetic for your home. And then apron sink. I mean, this kitchen is just endless, I think, with some of the upgrades of that gold faucet too, and the countertops. I mean, just a lot of great touches here. But this is one of the parts of the floor plan that I really like. Some of the areas that you're usually going to spend a lot of time in, they have this stage as more of a formal dining area. But if you had this more as a nook and use the dining room as a little bit more of a formal dining area, I think with the windows that are in here, just imagine enjoying your morning cup of coffee or a lunch on that table, and just the amount of light that's usually coming in with that amount of windows. It's such a good touch. Heading out to the backyard here, I think this is a great depiction of what's possible within CoventryHomes. I believe this is their extended cover patio, but this will vary for each community, as they do offer sometimes different dimensions there. But the extended cover patio is so good with those sliding glass doors, because imagine those sliding glass doors pushed all the way to the side, doing some grilling. This is a backyard space, or a plan that it can be really used with a great backyard space on a great lot. So next time I will spend a little bit more time on model homes as I go through the backyard. Usually it's not a good depiction of what's possible, but I am hearing a lot more people saying, no, go to the backyard and talk about backyards, because I think so many people, especially if you're looking at real estate in Texas, realize they can be there outside enjoying that space 12 months out of the year, and there's not many places where you can say that. So I will spend more time there in future videos, but for this one I wanted to come back to the powder bath. Can't forget about the powder bath that's located close to the stairwell, right in the middle of the home. And we're gonna head over to the owner's bedroom, and you'll see some great touches here. And when I say great touches, great upgrades, one thing to keep in mind, we are walking a model home, so generally speaking, this is over upgraded beyond what most homeowners do on average. So if looking at real estate in anywhere in Austin or in Texas, always ask for the average for design upgrades, and then you can usually get structural upgrade costs up front and try to figure out what's going on in the neighborhood. As you can see by this owner's bedroom, the tray ceiling, the light fixture, and I love that bay window on the backside that has 4 windows. This space, again, feels a lot more open than most plans. You can basically tell that by the furniture. Those are 2 big nightstands on either side, and there's still room on either side. And then I'm just backing up into this beautiful bathroom. I love that freestanding tub. 2 vanities to each side. I love those gold faucets. I find a little bit of touch of gold is starting to become more and more popular. I was just in a design center with a buyer, and I think they made some really good touches, putting some gold in some of their fixtures, like you see here in the above light fixture, and then some of their faucets. And just that subtle touch of gold, I think, is a really good touch. And then we're gonna pan over back on the freestanding tub. This is the type of bathroom that's in a magazine, definitely with some of the touches that you see here. I think the polka dotted tile work on the back is interesting. Maybe not the tile that I would use, but overall, I think when you come in here to this bathroom, it's massive, and it just feels so much bigger because you have the frameless glass shower kind of in the middle of the bathroom, and by seeing through that when you first walk in, it just elongates the space. And some of the tile work here, like going vertical all the way to the ceiling, and then that rain shower is amazing. Definitely a dream builder for owner's bedroom with an owner's bath attached. This is the type of bathroom that I would take people through if this is something that they really value. And hey, you're going to be using your owner's shower every single day, so there's nothing wrong with putting in some effort into the design or something that's aesthetically pleasing to you, especially a space that you're going to be using all the time. They extended the tile into the owner's closet, and sometimes it's difficult to capture owner's closets just because it's not going to be always a big space. I did like that transom window in there. Keep in mind, if you want privacy, we can always usually ask the builder to frost it. If they don't offer to frost it, you can easily go on Amazon and just buy something that just basically plasters over the window, keeps the light coming in, but still maintains privacy in your owner's closet. And then we briefly looked at the laundry when we were first walking into the owner's bedroom. This is accessible from the owner's closet, and then that was the hallway that led out to the common area. And I will come back to this area just so you're not confused, but I wanted to point out one thing. The doorway right there actually leads to a one-car garage. And apologies, I wasn't able to get that shot of the garage on the side just because there was a bunch of people congregating there, and I wanted to give them privacy in their discussion about buying a Coventry home. So I didn't get that shot, but that door would lead to a one-car garage. And then again, when looking at the front of the home, around the side, the right side of the home would be two-car garage, access from the side. So one-car garage faces out, two-car garage from the side. Now we're gonna head, and I told you I would head back to that laundry room so you kind of understand where we are. It's basically right before you walk into the owner's bedroom on the left side. You have that laundry room, and then there is another spare bedroom, which we will get into in a second. But first, got to do this again and pan back up to the ceiling. I just could not get enough of it. I love when it's open like this. Your common area is the space that you'll most likely spend the most time in your home. So it's such a great space when I think it's open like that. But we will come back out to that area, and then we'll pan down into the living room when we get to the second story, and you'll see how well that space opens up. This is going to be the one of the spare bedrooms, the second bedroom that we are seeing. So it's 2 bedrooms downstairs, 2 bedrooms upstairs. And I like 2 bedrooms on the first floor. I say quite a bit in my model home walkthroughs. If you do have parents staying with you or somebody elderly and you don't want them going up and down the steps, it's such a great floor plan when this is possible, where you can have not just a bedroom, but an ensuite full bathroom, so they're not accessing the bathroom from a hallway. And I like the fact that Coventry, with this specific plan, has the possibility of a walk-in shower. Of course, you don't want them going in and out of a tub either. So this is, I think, the type of upgrades that are usually possible with a premium builder like Coventry. And if you take a look at Coventry, they do have varying floor plans, but overall, I think they can get into the high end, especially around Austin, Texas, where if you're looking at 4,000 plus square feet, you know, this is definitely one of the top plans that I usually recommend when looking at this amount of square footage. Now we're going to head upstairs, and this is going to be one of my favorite parts because I like 2 separate platforms walking along the second story here, where both sides open up. So you'll see what I mean. As we get to the top of the landing, you'll see it does open up on the left side and opens up on the right side, and then there is a separate platform. So this home just feels like it's never ending. It feels big. I've had people walk this home and thought that it was 5,000 square feet or much higher just because of the amount of space there is, or walking around. It just feels much longer, much larger in certain rooms too. So that's just what happens when there's a lot of windows and it feels very open. And you have great touches like this, beams across the tray ceiling in your game room. A lot of furniture going on here. And then they do have an option to kind of build out an island to separate that game room space with your media room space. Let me know what you think about that. I feel like I would prefer to just keep that open to allow a lot of people walking through, but I guess it depends on what you're using this space for. If you're using this media room as more of a like theater experience, then maybe closing it off a little bit more would feel or give you that feel like it's a separate space. But for me, I feel like I'd like to just keep it open and avoid having that island. But now, after looking at it at this angle, it'd be nice to just enjoy a game on that couch and then have like a fridge behind you, built-in microwave, some really good touches there. So I guess you could, there's pros and cons to both ways of doing it. But overall, with the floor plan, just even imagine if that wasn't there, how much space is on that second story, and then everything opens up, you know, living room, stairwell, foyer. What an amazing space. If you'd like this type of floor plan and like the look of CoventryHomes, if watching on YouTube, click on the link at the top of this that will take you to another model home walkthrough, and I'll also include links in the description to the Coventry home walkthroughs that I have, because they have plenty of plans that open up like this and feel like you're getting this dream home with all the space, all these windows, all the pluses that come with this plan. And this was the second platform I was referring to earlier, where you can take a look down into the front entrance. So when you first walk in, it just feels very open, with that, 20 foot, around 20-foot tall ceilings when you first walk in. And then if you'd like spare bedrooms on the second floor that are a little bit private away from each other, and both bedrooms have bathrooms right next to it, this is the plan for you. I think this is a great layout, especially on the second story. And I keep gazing out the window. Just an FYI, this is a suburb around Austin called Lago Vista. It's got beautiful hills and a river around the southern end of Lago Vista. Beautiful neighborhood. But coming back to the floor plan, there aren't many second stories that have spare bedrooms with their own bathroom. And I like that sign, be a thinker, doer, dreamer. Very cool. But there aren't many that have their own bathrooms. Usually there's going to be a shared bathroom there. But this is one of the plans where currently the way they're designing in this neighborhood, the base price includes all these bathrooms. So kind of nice to see that instead of having all these different upgrades you have to add on, but it just kind of comes with the plan. And this is going to be one of those bedrooms where it does have a bathtub and one sink, and of course without anybody sharing this, usually there'd be like 2 sinks on one of the bathrooms on the second floor, but in this case, again, it's much more private. And then I love this space because it just has room for different light fixtures that you can put into this space to really draw the eyes upward, or when you're just walking along that second story, they're there right next to you. And as you can tell, for the second spare bedroom on the second floor, or the fourth and last bedroom that we'll see, it's around the corner here. And what's unique about this bedroom is the full bathroom is actually located in suite. So if you have somebody staying with you on the second story and you want them to access their bathroom within the bedroom, then this would be a great bedroom to do that, where we do have a good sized walk-in closet, and at over 4,100 square feet, expect to usually see some walk-in closet even in some of the spare bedrooms, where in other floor plans, smaller, usually it's not going to be a walk-in closet. And then here is a look at that in-suite full bathroom, really large size tiles. I will say again, this is a model home, so it's upgraded. Usually you're not going to see too many spare bathrooms upgraded to another finish. Usually some basic tile work and keeping the upgrades lower in the spare bathrooms especially is best, whereas with design usually it's going to be kitchen and owner's bathroom and different things like that, usually structural options too. And here is another look at that main living area. I love looking at it from this view. It really captures the space well on how open that is, how large it is. And take a look at all the windows. Again, the natural light in this floor plan is fantastic. So if you like this floor plan, feel free to check out the description of this video that will have other floor plans built by Coventry Homes. And if you appreciate this type of content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you'll be notified of more model home walkthroughs like this. And of course, if you are looking at real estate in the Austin area, I'm a realtor here. Feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. And even outside of Austin, anywhere in the United States, let me know if you're looking at real estate. I'd be happy to connect you with a high-level agent that has experience with new construction, if that's something you're interested in, or just some of these model home walkthroughs. If it feels like it's something around where you live, reach out to me and I'm happy to help. Take care, everyone.